Hi, I'm Thuy Dam, and you can remember my name by just counting 1, 2, 3. And today, I want to teach you the art of a tea ceremony, tea ritual. So this has been done for centuries now, and it is to cultivate peace, community, and stillness. In today's time though, it can also create creativity, prosperity, and connections. So back in the days, they would come together for tea, and it would be like a peace treaty, even if they were at war with each other. So this has been around for centuries, and it is a ceremony, it is a ritual, and your life is as rich as your ritual. As I get older, I understand this now, and I cultivate it. My intention is to help expand this so that you can be in your peace, especially in today's time. So there are two things to consider with a tea ceremony, and this is a Gung Fu technique. You don't have to stick to all the traditions because in today's time, we don't have half an hour to an hour to sit. We might just have 5 minutes, and that's okay. If you can just sit for 5 minutes and listen to your soul, it's going to help you come back to center and bring you to peace. And with peace comes clarity and aligned action and aligned people. So don't be dogmatic about it and that I didn't do it right. I just want to teach you the basics so that you can have a tea ceremony of your own. Just you, or you can do it where you call on your ancestors, or have a collective people come together and you serve them. Whenever you serve them, you will serve yourself as well. And so there is the Gung Fu way where there's going to be equanimity or sensitivity. I want you to check in right now with what you may need more of. So equanimity means acceptance, accepting for what is and working with it. It's more the 3D world. It's the world that we live in now, what shows up, and to take action. And then there's sensitivity. And sensitivity is more the esoteric. It's the intuition. It's the messages. However, too much sensitivity makes you kind of weird in this world where people are like, I don't understand what she's saying. Oh my God, she's so sensitive. I'm afraid to say anything. Or like you're really sensitive to earthly things where everything affects you and then you can't function. Equanimity, though, you want to take action, but it might be more ego-based. Too much equanimity, you don't understand the sensitivity of other people, and then you're not humble. And then you lose sight of it, and you become more action-driven as opposed to having a melody or a harmony, a balance with it. So the tea ceremony helps you remember that. It helps you reclaim yourself and remember what's important. And it's all about bringing things in balance. And balance is different for everybody. I like the word harmony a little bit more. So everything in a tea ceremony has to come back to the heart. It's a very heart-centered practice. So everything that you do is intentional and comes back to the heart. And so all the actions I do will bring me back to the heart. So if you are right-handed, you're gonna want to pour water from your left hand because then this way your left hand will get more strength over time and it will bring you back to the heart when you pour the water. When you pour the water, if it's with your left hand, you wanna do it clockwise. Why? Because it's coming back to the heart. So for all you left-handed people, you're gonna pour with your right hand. You're gonna do counterclockwise. When you serve yourself or serve others, you wanna serve it from the heart. So to hold the teacup, and it depends if you have like one of the, more Western teacups where like it has a handle, that'll be a little bit different. But here, you're gonna have it here in your heart. When you drink from the heart to your mouth, returning back to the heart. And the way that you really wanna hold the teacup is your non-dominant hand will be on the bottom, and then your dominant hand will be on top, and you drink from that, returning back to the heart. if you were to serve other people, you really want to serve them from your heart as well. So you'll hold it here, and when you hand it to people, you hand it to the heart, look at them in the eye, and smile. So that's the first basic. And you want to have a beginning and an end to this. And you want to start out with intention. And so to begin, you can just light a candle if you want to, or light an incense. If you do incense, it may deter from the smell of the tea. So the only incense that is really good for a tea ceremony is aloes wood. Aloes wood. When you touch the kettle, this is your opportunity to be still. So be still in your heart. And when you boil the water, in this one you can't really tell because it's not covered, right? But if you boil the water, you want shrimp eyes, not fish eyes. Okay, that's the bubbles. Shrimp eyes, not fish eyes. The water quality is also very important. And so you can go with better quality water, please do. But sometimes you're not in the space to do that. Right? So when you pour the water, you will want to be still in your heart when you touch this. And then you go. So the tea that I have in here right now is my special blend for my tea ceremonies. It's butterfly pea flower, and butterfly pea flower is a magical flower because it's blue. And it actually transforms when you add lemon juice to it. So let's go back to the whole equanimity and sensitivity thing. So equanimity, if people need to take more action because they're so sensitive, they're getting all this intuition hit, but there's just something that's missing where they can't take action. So in that tea ceremony, I would have people doing the bowl, where then they can see the tea, the physical aspect of it. But if they need to get more sensitivity, I would have a pretty pie, and that would be the Kung Fu way. And so with this container though, I actually combine both because you can see the tea. Right? And some of these old traditions need to be updated to fit modern times. So with a bowl technique, and when you drink it, the first initial drinks won't be very strong, right? And then each time though, it won't be very strong. But if you do the sensitivity, it will be because the tea has been sitting there for a little bit longer. I'm Italian, so sometimes I talk in circles. So I hope you understand what I'm talking about. And I can get easily distracted, but yes, in circles. So if you can see the beautiful color of the tea, this blend here, it has the butterfly pea flower, lemon balm, red raspberry, marshmallow root, damiana, elderberry, and I believe that's it. Yeah, but it's really refreshing and it's light. And then you can really smell it, and also you'll be able to taste it later. It's a really light tea. Now, when you pour it for yourself, when you put the water in, you do it with your non-dominant hand, but when you pour it with your dominant hand. So set the intention of what you want for this tea ceremony to be, and then pay attention to what comes in for you. It's all the right time. Maybe it's whatever you remember. Maybe a song will come on because it's all the symphony of now, depending on where you live. If you live in the city, you're gonna hear right? And maybe music, people talking. It's all the symphony of now, and it's your awareness. So take it all in. For a tea ceremony, you can also ask for help from your ancestors. I do that quite a bit too. Recently, when I was at my friend's house, and it was a 5-day retreat for me. I took out all of her animal cups. There was a raccoon, there was a fox, and I called on my council. I called on my spirit guide and spirit animals, and I asked them to guide me. Once you ask, pay attention to what comes in. It's called whispers of the soul. Whispers of the soul. Allow yourself more time, breathing in deeper, exhaling slower, and allowing whatever flows in to come in. Not analyzing it, because then that's your mind and your ego. Not interpreting, it's just what is. So reclaim yourself when you do, because we give so much of ourselves away. So I am Thuy Dam, born on April 3rd, 1978, and I am luminous grace. So just say one vibration, one frequency that you want to be in that moment, in the day. And whatever you say you are is what you are. And smell the tea. And when you drink it, taste everything. I also like to swish it all around so that all my senses can be activated. I want to see it. I want to smell it. I want to taste it. I want to feel it. What are your senses telling you? Take your time. Allow that time to come in. This is your time. Reclaim it. So the reason I found the tea ceremony is because I've always loved tea, but I got scattered because of the distractions of the world. I got introduced to it through one of my mentors. Her name is Tracy Stanley, and she's got this wonderful book called The Luminous Self, and I'm in her membership. She interviewed this guy named Colin, and he's got a company called Living Tea, and it's in Telluride. So he introduced us to this method, and I really liked it, but I just never really sat down to do it. I took parts of it and I put it together. Here's the thing. Sometimes you don't put it all together at one time, idealistically as you like, but you add to it when you need it. And that information came to you for a reason. You attracted it. You called out for it. And so the universe hears your call and brings information to you. What you do afterwards is up to you, and how you want to apply it, up to you. And the faster you want to grow with it, up to you. Sometimes the messages will be loud and clear. Sometimes it's going to be more subtle. Whatever it is, it's the perfect timing. Because remember, the teacher appears when the student is ready. So if you're catching this now, you're ready. And you called out for this, which is why the algorithms brought it to you. So I was going on a trip to California, and Bella's dad, Chris, took us to the airport. Before he took us to the airport, I had him take me to get my car serviced. My friend Kimmy calls and says, "Hey, can I borrow your paddleboard?" I was like, "Yeah, sure." It's in my van, and my van's in the front of the house. So she came to get it, and it wasn't there. So she called me and said, "Thuy, your car is not there." And she had picked up, she said that Chris didn't have the keys. So she told me, I was like, "What are you talking about?" And so I thought the car got stolen. I even called Chris. I was like, "Did you move the car?" He said he didn't. And I called the police, reporting that the car was stolen. Okay. So I was told to do the tea ceremony. And when I did, they told me I needed to introduce this to the world as well. And I've heard these voices before, and I know when I do, I need to obey them. And so on August 8th, I did my first tea ceremony where I invited other people and I introduced them to the tea ceremony. And that day was a significant day because it's also the Lionsgate portal. Since then, I've offered many tea ceremonies in my backyard, more so in the summer when the weather's nice, because I did it in this like yurt tent. And then just recently, my life was crazy again, where I was spinning. And so when I took 5 days off to do a retreat in which I was watching my friends, 3 guinea pigs, 2 dogs, and a rabbit, so that she can go on her trip to see her family during Christmas time. And this was just a couple months ago. When I was there, and the land is absolutely magical because she's in a place that's like secluded. It's in Idaho Springs. She had this tea there, and I've never seen it before. And it's this brand here. It's by Bigelow, and it's Sapphire Bay. When I drank it, I was like, what is this? This is like heaven. It's more like a tropical drink, and it was blue. So I asked her where she got it, and she told me, like, it's at the grocery store. So I ordered a bunch of it. Every single day I was there, I had this tea. But then I found out that you can get it in like this other form. So the obsessive person that I am, I ordered a whole bunch so it could be home for me when I got home from her place, which was really just like 45 minutes from my house. Thank you, Amazon. And that's when I started experimenting. That's when I started putting other herbs in it. And so it's really wonderful with marshmallow root. All these things are really great for your digestive system, lemon balm, and then Damiana, raspberry leaf to add a little bit of sweetness, and elderberry for your immune system as well. So that's how I came up with this blend. You can get it as well if you want to. Just let me know and I'll send it to you. Now, the tea ceremony. Invite your ancestors for your answers. They will guide you. They're always looking out for you. Other components that you may want in your tea setup area is a live plant. Excuse me. And so that's why I have this here. Seeing greenery sometimes activates your heart, also reminds you of growth and nature's process. You might also want to have something to write with or draw out. And so in my tea ceremonies that I offer for a group setting, I will give them construction paper, sometimes bigger, sometimes smaller, and whatever messages they get on it, they put it here. So sometimes it's words, sometimes it's a symbol. So in my tea ceremonies, I have water color markers, and then permanent markers, just lots of different mediums, so that whenever they feel like something, they can draw it out. So this morning, I just did a tea ceremony for a group, and my message is, walk it out, walk it with them. And then the other one is, you know the cause and the cure. You know the cause and the cure. And that's because I'm still working through some health things and also some business things, why there's like stagnation in my business. This way, I know to get back into my heart that I have the answer for the cure. Then I put a horse on there because this is the year of the fire horse, and I made it brown because I'm an earth horse. And the other message is, when I asked my ancestors what I needed to know, is be water and the wind. And for me to increase my business and prosperity, I gotta make warm calls. Warm calls. I hate cold calls. And the word that I got in intention when I pulled my Witchling card, or you can have oracle cards or whatever, was rejuvenation. Underneath it, I have, what will you re? You want to always re something. So recommitting, reclaiming, remembering. Today's word was rejuvenation. There's also renew, reconnect, receive. And for some reason, the message of the formula came back to me today. And the formula for prosperity, for awe, AWE, which is a frequency. And I was channeled this last year. It's in the brackets, and it's this 3 plus, so the bracket 3, but that bracket and then 3 is really the shape of a heart, right? Plus 10x, so whatever I do, if I 10x it, it will give me awe. So, have you come closer? I gotta walk things out of my head. And so that was the reminder today. Walk it out. And then walk with others. I don't have to carry their burden. I just walk with them. Just like right now, I'm walking through the tea ceremony with you. So I hope that this was informative for you and that you cultivate a tea ceremony of your own, a tea ritual to remind you to come back to stillness, to remember who you are. And I hope that you introduce this to other people because it'll help bring peace. And we all need more peace. With peace comes clarity. With peace comes courage. And with peace comes confidence.